What's up, YouTube? Tim here. Got a new toy. It's a Triumph C7000 two-post lift. They're 94 inches tall. These pillars here. So if you got an 8-foot truck bed, you can pop the gate and they'll set it in for you, and you can shut the tailgate. I had to pick this up at Say Trucking in Milwaukee, their terminal. I ordered it on a Friday at 4 o'clock. The next Thursday it was in. So it worked out pretty good. Got it from Ted Smith 9000 at yahoo.com. Real great guy to deal with. He sells all kinds of lifts. You know, kind of any kind of lifts you want, really. Tire machines, wheel balancers, all kinds of stuff. So if you email him, he's on eBay too. And this thing was $2,750. That's what I paid for it. I'm here in Wisconsin. I guess they come out of Texas. So yeah, real good, very good packaging. They're all bubble wrapped and you got brackets on them, and I had one little scuff here. It's like a scratch from when the guy loaded it with the forklift, but who cares? It's just a lift. It's gonna get scratched. No big deal. And these things go up a full 72 inches, but that's at this height. And if you you get the truck adapters with it. You get 3 sets of truck adapters. I believe these are, I don't know what these are, 4-inch? Well, with the truck adapters, then you'll be up the full, 72 inches. Let me see what these truck adapters are. I never even measured them. They're like 5 inches. So yeah, the 6 feet is from here. So you can subtract 5 inches or so, and that's how high it'll come up. If you're lifting like a little car, you're not going to get them truck adapters in there. So I mean, if you had to get it up 6 feet and you're tall, then you probably have to jack your car up, then put these in, and then lift it up. But I've had, I'm 6'2", and I had, what was on here the other day? Nissan Sentra, did exhaust. I used just the little 1-inch adapters, and I could walk under it fine, do the exhaust. You slouch a little bit. But for a full-size lift, and in a little garage, I got a hip roof, that's 12 feet up there, but then it kind of tapers down. So my Suburban, I can get up like 4.5 feet before it's going to hit my ceiling. So, but anything's better than the Max Jacks. Max Jacks go up like 48 inches. You might as well buy this, because the Max Jacks was from Northern Tools, $2,190 delivered to the house. This was $2,750, no tax. Got the thing in 6 days? So it worked out pretty slick. Yeah, Ted Smith 9000 at yahoo.com. Get a hold of him. He's a good guy to work with. And then you get all the, like I say, you get the truck adapters, you get your anchors. They'll ship these anchors to your house, FedEx. Somebody's got to be home to get them or they won't leave them. So these are these driving anchors. Then you use this tool. That way you can move the lift, move the column out of the way if you want. But I mounted mine permanent. So I went to Home Depot. I got these Simpson wedge anchors. Got these little teeth on here where they grab the concrete. And they're 3/4 by 5.5. They're $29 a box at Home Depot. You get 10 of them. So of course you need 2 more, and them are like, to buy 2 more, they're like like $4.99 a piece. So, but you can get those at Home Depot. I ran my hoses up here across the ceiling. I don't want them on the floor, so I ran this hose up here. And then I took, the fittings are 30-degree Komatsu fittings, so they're like 30 degree on one end, and then they're 3/8 pipe on the other. So what I did, kind of like this one, it's 30-degree, taper on this end, and then this is pipe. So I got a 3/8 pipe to 3/8 pipe elbow, stole the nipple out of here for up there because I had to buy a 3/8 hose. So I bought a union and a 3/8 hose. You put that hose together, then you gotta go make hoses, And this one was a little long for this side, so I just wrapped it up there with zip ties. Then I ran 30 amp 110. I just used one leg off my 220 for my welder, because all the rest of the stuff is 110, 15 amp. So I did all that. And then once you get her up and running, I mounted my tank on the post here, drilled and tapped the holes in here, just drilled through here and ran a tap, 3/8 tap, put 2 bolts in there. Then this little valve here, I just kind of tack welded it to the post, hit a little bit of paint. And then when you're bleeding these out, I lift it up and down, a bunch of times to get all the air out of the cylinders, but letting it down, they're going to come down real slow. So you're going to want to loosen this nut and turn this out like 2 turns. And it'll come down a lot faster. If you leave it to where it was from the factory, it'd take probably 15 minutes for these things to come down. Then you have to put like a bungee cord on here. I just put a wrench, 9/16 wrench from here to here, and wedged it in there. So I got to sit here and hold this thing for 5 minutes. But it'll probably take like 3, 4, 5 minutes for these things to come down, even when you loosen this. If you leave it at the factory, it'll probably take 15 minutes for these things to hit the floor. So you'll run it up and down, up and down, up and down until you get all the air out of them, and both locks will hit at the same time when you bring it up. And then, once you got that all done, then you can put a car on here and lift it up, or turn this back into your 2 turns and lock this up. But put a car on here, and then crack this, and then let it down, and then you can adjust how fast you want the car to come down. You don't want it coming down too fast. You're just nice and slow. And then when you're bleeding these out too, if they're going up and coming down and you see one of them's kind of jerky, kind of jerking a little, and then it comes down, it jerks a little. There's nothing wrong with the lift. There's air in the cylinder. Whenever something jerks like that on hydraulics, there's air in it. It's got the safeties like every 4 inches. I'll lift it up here. See how they're both hitting at the same time, the locks. And when they both hit, then you let her down. And then they'll hit on the safeties. They're now they're on the safeties. Then let it down, just push the button, bring her up a little bit. And here's your locks here. Yeah, there's all these lock cogs. I think they're like every 3 inches, every 3 or 4 inches they hit. You pull this one and see how the rack is up. These are locked. And you got these locks in here. So when it hits the ground, you'll be able to move these into your car. And then once the hoist comes up, then you won't be able to move them. Then you do that, and then you just let her down. I'm not going to bore you with that, but that's how that works. Then you want to grease these columns good, all 4 corners. But wear a glove because this channel can get kind of sharp. I just put the stuff in my bare hands, almost cut my finger off in here, so I put a glove on. But wiped her down with some grease. And spray these down with grease. Another thing too, these were loose, probably from shipping, so make sure you tighten these with an Allen head. Just probably from coming over on the boat from China. You know, kind of loosened up a little bit. What else? Oh, and then when you're getting this thing apart, these arms and everything are stored in here. I mean, you could probably try to get them out, but just take that cap off and they'll slide right out the front. They'll slide right out where that cap is, but make sure you put that cap back on because that's what keeps the structure nice and sound. And then I got a solid concrete garage. So I ran some 3/4 inch rods through the garage with a nut and bolt on each, you know, on the outside of the garage to the lift here, just for more support. You know, you won't need them, but I just put them in there anyway. I can hang bottles on them or throw a rag over there or something when I'm done washing the cars. But yeah, real nice lift. Like I said, I had my Suburban on here, I had my Silverado on here, I had a couple Nissan Sentras, Honda CR-V, did struts and stuff. I don't know if I told you get the adapters, them 5-inch, 3-inch, and 1-inch, I believe. I can measure them here once. The shorties are like 1.25 inches. Should just went 2-inch. Those come in handy for small cars, you know, because you want to put as many on as you can, you know, to get you up as high as you can. But even with these, you know, even with these like this, without the adapters, you know, you can stand underneath it. Next week I gotta do my buddy's got a 72 El Camino, putting a transmission in it, so maybe I'll get her on video for you. I should be able to get that thing up all the way, hopefully. Get the transmission on turbo 350. Okie doke. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Have a great day.